See, this is why everybody shouldn't have a microphone. The game goes on the club Shay Shay, and he says, first of all, he says he's the best rapper out the West Coast, and that's in his right to believe so. He don't even believe it. I'm not gonna compare him to anybody, but it's clear that he keeps throwing slights at Kendrick Lamar for what reason I don't know. It's like since the Drake situation, he wants to stay in the good graces of Drake so bad, but we all know the game does this. Game ain't been hot and ain't been buzzing it forever because he keep doing goofy shit. He didn't fade in the sunset because he didn't make good music. He faded because he keeps doing dumb shit. And people starting to not pay attention to him. Similar to if you are a famous person, if you continue to do things dumb, people will eventually get tired of you and they will stop checking for you. Similar, that's the same thing that happened to the game. He just continued to take L's. He's similar to Meek Mills. The game is Meek Mills of G Unit. So let's get back to the subject. So with that said, he keeps on trying to mention Kendrick's name because he wants Kendrick to react so he can get hot again. He did the same thing with Eminem. He stayed over there with Dre and Eminem and all this and that. And he had them at, he spoke high praises of him. And then the next thing you know, he's dissing Dr. Dre. He's dissing Eminem. He makes multiple songs by Eminem trying to get Eminem to react because he wanted to be hot again. Eminem didn't react. And then he went back into his shell, and then later on came out like, I'm glad Eminem didn't I was overreacting. He's gonna do the same thing with Kendrick Lamar. When Kendrick Lamar goes for so long and he ignores the game because the game is not no kind of part to where he can cause anything. And this ain't saying he's not a good rapper because Game is a good rapper. He's just his style. He's limited to a certain type. You know what I'm saying? But after so long that Kendrick won't respond to him, he will soon turn a full circle and then trying to get in the same circle as him. When Drake is no longer there for him, or that situation, or that fades away, he will try to come back into the good graces of the West Coast. Well, what's going to happen is you're a blood and you're going against Kendrick, even though Kendrick's not an active blood, but you know the people that hang around on what they are. It's a funny situation. Not to mention, this is another reason why Games needs to shut the fuck up. Because he simply says $100 million is too much money. You know why he's saying $100 million is too much money? Because he doesn't have $100 million. He's trying to tell you that the people with $100 million is too much money for them to do it. So that if they and then he said $1 billion is too much money. If you have $1 billion, oh, that's too much money, because you're going to get most of it away. You're going to be back in the same position. What kind of thought process is that? It's so many things that you can do with $1 billion to help the world. Just like Shannon Sharp said, I can help family, I can open business, I can do this and that. He like, well, then you won't have $1 billion. If somebody made $1 billion, don't you think that they have a backup plan?